Hello, soul family. It is Friday. I needed to peek in and say hello to you before the end of the week, before it's over. And I've got my notes here. I'm trying to be more mindful about how we talk, what we talk about and how we talk about it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm in the middle of painting. And my son's cat is absolutely adorable. And she has got the most beautiful markings. Let me just show you real quick. That's it, but I want to show you when it's done. And she's got much more detail. This is very difficult. She is the cutest thing, cute as a button. Sweet little round face, but the markings are unreal. She was found on the side of the road as a kitten, and my son and his girlfriend adopted her. And she is just too cute. So this is my gift to them. Okay, I'm one of these. I get ready to get ready to get ready. And I think I'm overly complicating things. But I just want to begin by saying that I'm proud. I'm happy that you're here. I'm grateful that you're here. If you are on a healing journey, if you're learning to begin again, and if you're trying to live a more compassionate life, I'd like it if you'd become a part of our soul family and subscribe to my channel. Spread the word. I've been struggling to get my channel going, up and going. I've been doing this for a few years, but steady at it now, I want to say, for the last 2, maybe 2 years, maybe 3, maybe not quite that long. But I'm having trouble I love to talk, but I also want to have a direction for all of you. Because my channel is about healing from life's, as Roseanne so funnily said, boombies, tragedies, actually. I have found that the doors in my heart started to crack open when I experienced, number one, my mother's death, which was out of the blue. Oh my God, that was so... Anyway, and exactly 7 years later, my divorce. That one wasn't so out of the blue, to be honest with you. That one, to be honest, should have happened a lot sooner. Nevertheless, I am on that road. So, confirmation burp, I guess. Today's Friday. I am struggling to paint Buffy, struggling to get the words out to you guys just right, and wrestling with showing my face or not. I had a follower who said, you're pretty and all, but it would be nice if you'd show us around you more. And I thought about that. I really took it to heart, and I know she didn't mean it in the way she said it. But I'm also being advised that showing my face more is helping you all to identify with your feelings, and that you're not alone, that you are on your journey. I had someone even kind kind of verbally scold me for using the word try, because she said, if you're trying, how are you getting it done? Well, like, okay, well, everybody's trying. I even had someone say, don't use the word hope, because hope means that there is something, something wrong. Well, okay. Nobody's perfect. We are all perfectly imperfect. And all of us are here on very different journeys. And we're all handling it. In other words, there is no right way, right? And so my channel is about learning and being courageous, brave enough to stand on your own 2 feet. So that's what Be Your Own Force of Nature title means. What does it mean to be your own force of nature? This is my way of healing and of standing my ground and not curling up into a ball and throwing in the towel. Because that could have happened. That could have very easily happened. My whole life has been one of wanting to be accepted, liked, loved, appreciated, like what I had to say mattered. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a hard road. But since these 2 major events have occurred in my life, I have learned to come more into my own. These things have helped me to realize, and what do people so casually say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I say, do you really know what that statement means? Or the other one that I really hate, but I can understand, is it is what it is. Yeah? So, being your own force of nature means taking the bitter with the sweet, as my dear mother used to say to me. Roll with the punches. We're all going through the school of hard knocks. We're all learning to navigate our way through the trials, errors, the upheavals, the joys, the sorrows, blah, 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 And so for me, I picked up the paintbrush again. Because there again, as my mother, bless her, she was snarky. And when I told her I wanted to be an artist, she said, you won't be famous until you're dead. And as an 11-year-old child, I thought, what the heck do you mean by that? And it's just something I've always been good at. My dad was good at drawing. My dad could have drawn a comic strip. He was, I loved to sit with him while he drew, but that was very, very few and far between. But whenever he was around, I enjoyed that. And I guess that's where I got that from. I don't know. But nevertheless, I'm here to say being your own force of nature is courageous. Use your strength. Don't be afraid. And that's easier said than done. I'm all tingly as I'm talking about it. Because it took me a while to get to this point. I had to navigate, because there for a while, even when my kids were little, yeah, I'm trying to lure the crows in. Hear them? So my neighbor just is remodeling the house next door. And the crows, for whatever reason, are out in numbers. And they're just, they're flying around out there. I give them peanuts. They're so happy. But back to what I was saying. It can get very discouraging. But when you can learn to stand in your power, despite what life has going on, um, I will tell you, I have learned to not have my TV on all the time, watching TV programs. When I moved in here in 2019, I started listening to the birds. There are a plethora of YouTube channels dedicated to outdoors, nature, that are so beautifully empowering. I can't get enough. So that's on in the background. Try not to doom scroll. If anything, lately, it's for my Pinterest, for my manifestation boards, and for all the Michael Jackson stuff, because he's coming to me in my dreams and communicating with me. So there's a lot of that. But this channel is just to share with all of you out here in YouTube land that you are not alone. You know, we might be physically on this earthly plane in the third dimension. If you don't have family or friends, you might be alone. Or worse yet, being with people and you still feel lonely, lonelier than you could ever imagine. That was my marriage. And I went through a thing where I brown-nosed a lot. You know what that means? I was a people pleaser. I kissed a lot of B-U-T-T. I always had a smile on my face, and I learned that sometimes the people with the biggest smiles are struggling the most. They're going through a lot of hurt, a lot of strife, a lot of trials. There's a lot going on behind those smiles. And then again, those who are smiling and are very serene have been there. And they know that they are not alone. While physically they might be, we always are surrounded by our divine team of angels and spirit guides. And knowing that, and I mean, I go to bed every night with Jesus next to me, reading and talking, and I talk out loud. When I say my prayers, I speak out loud. And when I want attention from my guides, I point blank ask, be with me today. I'm struggling. I need guidance. I need you guys to just kind of be my wingman, just hang out when I'm doing something, because then I know when I get that divine push and I'm able to move forward and speak on solid ground, I know they're with me, and I know Jesus is with me. And Jesus is asking us to pull from what is within, what is in our hearts, because we have everything we need. That's why he has suggested in a nice way, turn off your TV. Don't watch it so much. Do not doom scroll. I talk better with my eyes closed. Remember I told you all that before? It's like going on a roller coaster, man. Shoom! But that's why being quiet as much as possible is good. Because guess what? When you're quiet, you can hear your divine team. They're always talking to you. They come to you in your heart space. And, you know, they get the ringing in the ears. When I walk in nature, I see things. I see beautiful things. They're communicating with me. I see numbers. I see numbers everywhere. And I've learned to look up, what is the spiritual meaning of this number? What's the spiritual meaning of that number? I see things like crickets in my garage. And of course I help them out because I go, you're going to die in here. But also the other night I had a dream that I was chasing a golden firefly. That was really cool. But so anyway, I just needed to come in and share with you what I'm doing one more time. Buffy, clarifying what my channel is about and imploring you to join and be a part of my soul family. You are my soul family. Get in here. Click, or I should say, touch that thumbs up button. You know, touch it. And subscribe. And tell your friends if you care to. I am perfectly imperfect just as you are, and I am navigating my way to help others to proceed forward on a healing journey. Because my life is not perfect, it never has been. I'm finally starting to feel better. So, what's that saying? I'm hearing the road to hell was paved on good intentions. Well, when you're for real and you're authentic and you want to help people, you want to help people raise their vibration by depending on themselves and not looking out. Don't look out here, because there's people are copying each other and they're struggling. But close your eyes and talk to whomever you believe in and ask them to hold your hand. And also show them that you're willing and ready to be supported and to not be afraid to share your light, share your strengths with people. Beginning again, starting over. I am 66 years old, and this path started for me when I was 55. Wow. Saying that out loud. It's had some rough waters, but the last handful of years have been a breeze in here. I've gained so much wisdom, and I'm so much happier and so much more at peace. And I just want to shout it to the rooftops. Hence, Be Your Own Force of Nature channel was born. So, you guys have a wonderful Friday day today. Do the things that feed your soul and talk about it. Meaning, share it with other people in a way that gleeful, you're happy. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if anybody has a problem with your light, with your happiness, they're not your people. Doesn't mean they will not always be this way, because everybody's waking up at different times. As hard as it is, we got to learn to be kind to those people that we don't agree with, or that it hurts our heart when we see them doing something we don't agree with, and we want to help them, but you got to realize they've got to do it on their own. That's a real hard one. But that's why I'm so compassionate about animals, because they cannot speak. Drinking my coffee. Somebody gifted me this. And I'm talking about the Sheep Detective. So, do what you can when you can, and spread the word. Spread your love. And don't feel bad about it. You guys have a wonderful day today. I'll be back sooner than later to talk more about being your own force of nature. Thank you for being here. Hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and be a part of my soul family. Thank you, soul family. Have a great weekend, and I appreciate you all more than you know. And have a good one. Subscribe. Bye-bye.